With the new release of the Nintendo Switch, we have seen new games of one series and also completely new series too. Fast RMX is one of those new series. Hi Top Gamers, I am Noah Tandy from Top Game Noah. Fast RMX is a high-speed racing game that presents track cups, spaceship-type racing cars, an announcer, and futuristic tracks. This setup is very similar to the F-Zero series. F-Zero was a great racing series in Nintendo's market, but sadly, no games have been published since over a decade ago. With this game released to the public and possibly on the rise to forming a fanbase, what if I asked you, is Fast RMX the new F-Zero? I will be listing all of the reasons that Fast FMX is basically F-Zero. Getting into this idea, first I want to say, Nintendo has not released an F-Zero title in 13 years. The most recent titles were handheld games rather than console titles. F-Zero GX was the last console game, but why did F-Zero just disappear out of the market? I think Nintendo just hadn't had an interest in making more titles off of the F-Zero franchise, so they have been making new and similar titles like Fast FMX to replace F-Zero. The layout of RMX is very similar to the layout of F-Zero. For example, there are different leagues or skill levels that you can pick from when playing. Subsonic is one of those levels. It basically means novice. One thing to add about this feature is that you have to unlock the skill levels by completing the level lower than the other. On F-Zero, you had to do the exact same thing. On your controls, you use the R and L buttons for drifting, and A for acceleration. You do this the exact same way on F-Zero, even though this does sound like a typical layout of a racing game anyways. If you notice, the jet cars are so similar to the cars in F-Zero. They can fly at hundreds of miles per hour. Very similar to the cars and their speeds in F-Zero. In both games, there is a way to gain a boost to use in a race. In F-Zero, you have to fly across a purple strip that is laying across the road, while in Fast RMX, you have to pick up orbs to gain that boost. Very similar, isn't that? Very simple. You can die in horrific crashes. Not much else to say about this one. There is an announcer for the beginning of the track. It mimics the F-Zero announcer, except that he says go instead. This for sure reminds me of the F-Zero's announcer. In a race, you can make outstanding jumps from one platform to another, and you are also in zero gravity at times in a race. Not to mention, you are high up in the air a lot of times. Simply, the tracks just look so similar to the style of F-Zero. Maybe just an Earth version of F-Zero, who knows? The tracks are all in some futuristic setting or just aren't in a normal racing area. There is even a Big Blue type track in Fast RMX. To me, this is a huge clue that Fast RMX is a new F-Zero. Some of us do wish that they would make more games to certain franchises. Super Mario Sunshine. But in conclusion, I think that Fast RMX is the next F-Zero game in disguise that Nintendo just won't give to us. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me what you guys think, since I have been doing Switch games as videos lately. But do not worry, I will not stop making videos on the older games. Comment below if you want me to make a redundant video saying that Fast RMX is indeed not F-Zero. Who knows, it could be a good idea, but as always, I am Noah Tandy, aka Top Game Noah, and I will see you Top Gamers later.